What is emotional confidence? It is a belief in yourself and your abilities. It's how you feel about yourself no matter what is going on around you. It's trusting in yourself. And oh boy, has this been a struggle for me. As a child, I didn't think I was really good at anything. I wasn't good at art. I wasn't good at creating things. I definitely wasn't good at sports. I was chubby and had terrible hand-eye coordination. And all the other kids could throw a spiral, could play baseball, could do this or that. Like, I didn't fit in with any of that. So I tried to be the funny kid in class, except for I wasn't funny. Like, I just tried too hard and people found me annoying. And I didn't really have, I guess I was okay at reading and math and stuff like that, but I didn't have any talents that had social value. And as you know, at that age, social value is everything. People looking up to you, wanting you around. It was a very lonely, very painful time in my life. Come middle school, and I got bullied relentlessly because I was an easy mark. I did not possess emotional confidence. I did not believe in my worth or in my value. You know, I came home, got bullied by my brother. Really, my parents were my lifeline during that period of my life. It was a hard time to be alive. Also, it was the 80s. And if you watch 80s movies, like, bullies from the 80s are just the worst bullies in the history of anything. If movies have taught us anything, it's that. You get into the 90s, I go to middle school, and I didn't find a group to fit in with. I tried to hang out with the skaters, except for I couldn't skate. I tried to hang out with the jocks, except for I couldn't jock. I tried to hang out with the academic kids, and I was like smart enough to almost hang out with them, but also I didn't really find a place to fit in. I want to tell you where my emotional confidence came from then that I've built on for the rest of my life, and how this feeds into what emotional confidence is. I had one friend that no matter what I did, no matter what I said, was always there for me and always had my back. His name's Tim. And I realized that I would rather have one Tim than 50 friends that I had to pretend to be somebody else to get them to like me. So I learned to just be content with him, and then I started, instead of looking for the cool kids, I started looking for who else is lonely. Who else is sitting alone? Who else looks rejected? Who else looks sad? Who else seems like a bit of a reject? And I started to sit with them or invite them to sit with us. I started hanging out with them, and we started to collect, as that TV show is called, The Freaks and Geeks, right? We started to collect people that didn't fit in. They could fit in with us, and they could just come as they were and be who they were. This was a small group of about 5 people, and every year we picked up more. And then come junior year, senior year of high school, there were a lot of the cool kids who didn't like hanging out with the cool kid group because they realized it's too much work. It's too much work to pretend to be something to fit in with that group. And they realized that our group was fun and our group was interesting and our group was even cool. By senior year, our group was 200 people. And they were an eclectic bunch of, you had people who were athletes, you had people who were mathletes, you had people who were in theater, you had all sorts of, and everyone was welcome. And you could just come as you were. And I realized 2 things. One is that my superpower was kindness and acceptance. Like, that was my socially marketable talent and skill, was just making people feel loved and welcome. And 2, that I wouldn't have had the ability to do that if I hadn't been bullied in elementary school. I don't think I would have developed the compassion or the eye for the person who was an outcast if I hadn't been one myself. Emotional confidence then carried through to my college years, carried through into my marriage. In that area that I was good with people and that I could help people to feel loved and accepted and seen. And I had trust in my abilities in that area. But in a whole lot of other areas, I felt woefully inadequate and willing to let somebody else take care of this, that, or the other and to handle it. And now I'm working on emotional confidence in other areas, trusting in my abilities, trusting in my capacity. There's so many things for so many years I just said, well, that's not me. That's not something I can do. That's not something I can learn. That's not who I am. And I observed and benefited, honestly, from Alicia. Alicia is somebody who is a genius, but not naturally. Naturally, she possesses a decent intelligence, but she'll be the first to tell you that her intelligence is a result of hard work. Her intelligence is a result of learning. And I don't just mean the things that she's read. I mean the things that she's capable of doing. She is somebody with a handful of natural gifts and a lot of hard-earned gifts of things that she wasn't good at, and she decided that she would become good at them, and she worked at it and achieved it. And to me, that was eye-opening, because I guess rationally I accepted that I could do that, but on a very real ground level, it never really hit me that I could do that until I spent enough time with her. Emotional confidence comes from, again, no matter what's going on around you, you know who you are. See, I trusted in my abilities of the things I was good at, but what Alicia taught me is to trust in the abilities that were in me that I just needed to nurture. For me, that is emotional confidence, that no matter what happens, I have within me everything I need to make it work. And to that end, this is what I see every time I log into my computer now, to remind me of that very fact. So that's emotional confidence. That's what it is. But how do you build it in your life? How do you make it happen? Well, I've got another video on that. I'll see you there.